Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before of all, let me introduce myself. Well, my name is Tori Farhan Saifullah. Today, I will explain you the topic in phonology called deletions, or also it is known as elisions. Well, this very interesting topic and important process in how we pronounce words in every day. So let's enjoy the video.
Nice.
So guys, here the first topic that we are going to discuss is about connected speech. So what is connected speech? Well, connected speech is the continuous stream of sounds in spoken language, where it means that as soon as when we open our mouth, when we have conversations, when we say something, when we say sentences, when we give a speech, when we talk to someone, and when we speak. And connected speech usually without clear boundaries between words. So guys, from the definitions that we have discussed before, so here what happens in connected speech? So before of all, let me tell you that there are three things happens in connected speech. For the first, that the sounds change. For the second is the sounds are lost, and for the last is the sounds are added. So here, the first, that the sounds change. It is commonly called as assimilations, where the sounds are changed. And for the second, that here sounds are lost, where it is called as deletions or elisions. And for the last is sounds added, where it is commonly called as instructions. But before of all, from the first till the end of the video that we are going to discuss is about sounds are lost, or it is commonly deletions or elisions. So guys, stay tuned with the video.
This way. All right, okay. So hopefully this has been helpful. Now it's time to practice. All right, it's time to practice. Let's have a look at some examples. Here are 7 sentences. I want you to read over those and decide what feature of connected speech you can identify in each sentence. And there's one with 2. So you have to have a very careful look at that one. So take your time, pause the video, read over the 7 sentences, say them out loud, listen to yourself, and see if you can identify assimilation, intrusion, or elision, or maybe a combination of these. And then watch on to see the answers. All right, let's have a look at the answers. Hopefully this was not too difficult, but easy. So here are the 7 sentences. Number 1, she was ill and stayed in bed all day. We have assimilation here. In bed becomes in bed, so the n changes for an m. Number 2, I hope to see him next year. There is elision and the t is dropped, the final t in next year. And number 3, go on, try again. There's intrusion here. We have a w appearing between go and on, go on. Number 4, this was the tricky one. We had 2 things happening here. Tell me the truth and just say it. So there was first of all elision in both words, and there was the d last, and also in just, the t was also last, and just say it, and between say and it, there is intrusion and there's a y appearing, say it, okay? So that was a bit tricky. If you've got that, well done. And then number 5, I really want to lose 10 pounds. There was assimilation, n changing into to become more similar to the p that is following. Number 6, I'm staying with my mother and father, and there was intrusion here, a r appearing between mother and father. And that is because I am a non-rhotic speaker, so I would just usually say mother. There's no r for me at the end, but when it's followed by an end, I say mother end, okay? But you can hear it again, father, that I am a non-rhotic speaker. Mother and father, though, for me there's a intrusive r between mother and. Now, if you are a rhotic speaker, for example, if you're from America or from Scotland, then you would say a r here anyway. And then the last one, the baby loves mashed potatoes. So mashed potatoes, if you say it fast, the t in mashed disappears, so there is elision. So I hope you've enjoyed this and you've learned something, and why don't you leave me a comment and give me an example sentence with all 3 features, assimilation, elision, and intrusion, and then tell me what happens, and I'm going to have a look and check them. Right? Bye for now, until soon.
Well, do you know guys what is deletions or elisions definition? Where deletions or elisions is phonological process where a sound is removed or omitted from a word, where this usually happens in casual, fast, or connected speech to make pronunciations easier and smoother. So we can think that in simple words, deletion means that we drop a sound to speak more quickly or easily. Well, do you know guys why does deletion happen? Well, for me, deletion happens for a few reasons. For the first reason that I got is that to make pronunciations easier. Well, when the deletions happen in every day we speak, it is easier for us to pronounce the word. Well, for the second is that to speak faster. Well, it is really beneficial for us when we speak to someone. It can be the way of us to speak faster. Well, for the third is to help the rhythm of speech flow naturally. So well, it is really useful for us because the native speakers do this unconsciously in everyday conversations. Well, for the third that we are going to discuss is about the types of deletions. So here, there are different types of deletions, such as for the first is that consonant deletions, for the second is the vowel deletions, and for the last is syllable deletions. But guys, in most English example, we often focus on consonant deletions. So in the next, we are going to talk about what is consonant deletions, what is vowel deletions, and what is syllable deletions. So here, for the first that, what is consonant deletions? So consonant deletion is when a consonant is dropped, especially when 2 consonants appear together. So for the example, friendship. So let's take a break that the D is deleted because D is difficult to pronounce quickly. So for the right reading, for the right pronunciations is friendship. It's not friendship. So guys, for the second type is the vowel deletions. It means a vowel in an unstressed syllable is dropped. So for the example I give is the family. So usually the is deleted between M and L. So for the right reading or pronunciation is that family, family, family. So that is the right pronunciations. So for the last is the syllable deletions. Well, it means that the syllable deletion is an entire syllable can be dropped, especially in child speech or informal pronunciations. So the example I give is that probably, probably, probably. So the second syllable is deleted. So the B in the last word is that deleted. So for the right answer is probably, 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 probably.
An English word, handbag, which we discussed in assimilation, but we had handbag becoming handbag. So what is happening here? The duh is deleted. It becomes nothing, just disappears, becomes nothing. Handbag becomes handbag. Of course, we also had it becoming handbag, but that was a process of assimilation of na to ba, but that's not relevant here. So my point is, we can say that sometimes a word undergoes more than one phonological process, because then you have na ba, and as you know in the chart, na is alveolar and ba is bilabial. What is happening is we turn na to ma. We change the place of articulation from the alveolar ridge to the bilabial position, two lips. Alveolar ridge, two lips, ma, because this is also two lips. So this is a process of assimilation. And it's of course regressive assimilation, contiguous regressive assimilation. So the word handbag in rapid speech becomes handbag, and from handbag to handbag, two phonological processes have happened. First of all, we had deletion, which is the topic here. We have deletion of the. Second, we have the assimilation of na to ba becoming ma. So handbag becoming handbag. Okay, so another example. The word family, it's transcribed as family, but it becomes family, becomes family. So what is happening here is this sound is dropped. So
guys, here I will give you a little example in Indonesian, where deletions also happens in Indonesians. So here for the example is that tidak become tak. So for the first that for the real word is that tidak and becomes tak. So for the second example in Indonesians is that apa itu becomes apa tu, apa tu. So that's the example in Indonesians. Well, this done to simplify and speed up pronunciations in daily conversations. Well, so here as the conclusions, where deletions or elisions is natural phonological process where sounds are removed to make speech easier and faster. This process is common in many languages, including English and Indonesians. Understanding deletions help us to better understand natural spoken language and improve our listening and speaking skills. Guys, so thank you for your nice attentions, and those all the materials that I can share to you. So see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.